You're listening to The Laughing Skulls. Just sit back and relax.
Trusty Esther, and we've got a very special guest this week. Who is it?
Hello.
Oh my god, it's Sam.
I'm back. Return of the Sam.
Return of the Sam.
Return of the Sam.
It's like I even forget what episode you were on. It's like episode. Ooh.
One of the first 20, surely.
I think you were one of the first 20. I'm probably going to say 16.
Okay, probably around there, yeah.
Probably around then. And that was a really fun episode that we did with 80.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it was. It was very fun.
It was really fun. I remember we were doing it and we were saying, that we're having a bitch about Esther. And that was really, really fun to put together. But welcome back.
Thank you. This is exciting.
Yeah, we've got a really fun show for you this week. And holy shit, we only came up with this concept this morning. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday morning after we watched
Sunny but cold.
Sunny but cold.
Let's not forget it's cold.
It is very, very cold. We're both in hoodies. I was very close to wearing a Bunnings Warehouse beanie. I was very close to it.
We are very comfortable right now. We're on a couch.
On a couch, so chilling out. And, Sam was a bit, a bit of a shy boy about coming on the pod. But I assured him that it's just a bitch session because that's what everyone wants to, that's why everyone tunes in. You put your headphones on. You do your dishes, you do your laundry. It's just a bitch session and you chill out. You chill it out.
It's almost therapy sometimes.
It really is kind of like therapy, eh?
Yeah,
You're like, oh, man. So
I've been calling a lot of things my therapy lately. Just anything that puts me in a calm mood, that relaxes me or that just doesn't require a lot of overstimulation of the mind. I call it my therapy.
Oh, that's so good because I've also been listening to 30 Morbid Minutes.
I love that podcast. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that podcast.
Yeah. I remember listening to it when we're on the way back from my bachelorette.
Yeah.
And I was half asleep, half not, but I was like, this is really good. And we're listening about one of the queens, I forget what it is. Well, I forget which queen it was, but her makeup and how it was lead.
Oh, okay. You were falling asleep.
Yeah, I was.
So it was Victorian women in general.
Oh, Victorian women in general.
They had a lot of bad things in their makeup. So that they were told, the beauty standards at the time were things like, pale complexion because it meant you weren't toiling away in the sun a lot and stuff like that. So to do that, you would use things like lead in your makeup. Yeah. But then lead would destroy your skin, so then you'd use more of that makeup to cover it up. And it just became we're making money off of these people by destroying their skin and then also giving them the thing to cover it up.
Man, the actual...
The fuckery around that is insane. And I think you fell asleep because one of the topics that was discussed in an episode we listened to was about Queen Victoria and her just long stage of constant mourning after her partner died.
Oh, okay. That must have been
That must have melded into, because it was the same sort of topic. It must have melded the two of them together.
I remember when we were driving back and you go, Esther, we're listening to 30 Morbid Minutes and then we're listening to this and this topic. You got it? Great. And I was like, you know what? Yes,
something about morbid topics. It's just fascinating to just hear about.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's also why, for me, I listen to so much true crime because, I listen to have you ever listened to Case File?
No. So for me, true crime
Is it too much?
It's not that it's too much. It's my interest in crime stuff is I like the puzzle solving of it. And so I love a fictional murder mystery that's been made up that has an answer to it that I can work my way towards and try and figure out. I find with a lot of true crimes, it's like, I mean, at least the true crime stuff that I've seen is a lot more, it's the unsolved mystery or something like that. And I'm like, well, I can come up with an answer, sure, but I can't check my working because it's technically unsolved, and it doesn't matter how much speculation or how sure we are about this thing. It'll always be in the back of my head as it was never confirmed. Therefore, you will never know if you are right or if you are wrong, and that will bug me.
Okay.
So I tend to steer away from true crime, especially the unsolved stuff.
Okay, because I listened to this one and it's called Small Town Murders.
Okay.
And it's all American, small town, and the craziest fucking stories, jam-packed stories of like bumfuck nowhere in Oregon or Idaho or whatever it is. And then, they read the whole case, what happened. Like there was this one woman and her husband went missing, and then she worked at a supermarket. She worked at a supermarket, but her and her husband were really into pumpkin growing and like show pumpkins. Still, like you go and you show your big ass pumpkin.
Yeah, and then there's someone who comes along from like some record association. It's like, let's measure it and see if you've beat the record.
Yeah.
And
so
they get like press there and everything.
her husband supposedly ran away, and then she got with this new guy, and she stole a purse from her job, and so she was summoned to go to court.
This is when you say from her job, the pumpkin growing.
No, she worked at a
Oh,
supermarket.
that's right. You said okay. Yes.
So
I was like, it's
a
her own
purse
pumpkin
got
growing. What do you mean
left
she stole
there.
the purse? Okay.
The purse got left there. She decided to take it. She didn't decide to like return it, and so she missed court. She, I'm just giving a really quick TLDR because I listened to it like 2 nights ago and I was like, what the fuck? She goes there. She misses a court date. The police show up at this random house. Mind you, she has a boyfriend. And
this is the new guy.
The new guy. So a new guy is there. So the wife has, she missed her court date. They go to her house to go and be like, hey, we need to go and bring you in because you've got to go to court. And so she goes, all right, let me just get changed and then I'll come with you. Next thing you know, she goes, kills herself, kills the dog, puts the house on fire. Next thing you know, she already killed the boyfriend, and turns out they went to her house and they found the husband killed in a barrel, and the barrel was like just in the backyard. And then like the husband's friends were like, I've whippersnipped around this guy, this barrel for 3 fucking years. For 3 years.
They were taking care of the house?
Yeah.
What?
Because the husband left, and so his friends were like, oh, let me do the lawn mowing for you. Let me do some garden work.
Oh, no.
So it's just like wild things like that. I don't know how we got onto this, but
If this is a small town as well,
this is
like
a small town.
everyone knows. You bet your ass everyone's
Everyone.
talking about it. That's
Everyone
the event
knows.
of the year. That's like the whatever year it was, the peak of 06 or I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
The incident of 06.
Everyone was talking about it. And so it's just like those are the kinds of things that I love to listen to. But on the show today, we have got a doozy. We asked you guys on our socials about some really horrible dating profiles. And a lot of you guys got it from Tinder, from Hinge, and we've just got a very select few. And Sam's raw dogging it, and so am I.
Yeah, I was only just sent these right before we hit the record button and told don't look at them yet.
Don't look at them yet and we're going to describe it to you. We're going to give them their stats like a basketball card and
like a collectible.
Oh, before we even go into this.
You know what? Also, out of all the ones that we talk about, let's pick our favorite that we think is deserving of the hologram style baseball.
Yes, like a
Which one do you think deserves to be the
special
holo
Pokemon
foil?
card?
Yeah.
I was also watching, just as a real side note, I put on ABC Kids for Sunny when we go out,
Yeah.
and Dragon Ball Z was playing, and I was like, "Why is this PG?" I was like, "Surely it's G."
Yeah.
Nah.
Also, good to see they've got classics on for kids these days.
Yeah, they do, and they did have Pokemon on.
Very good, because honestly, it's good to see kids are getting that sort of stuff somewhere, because my Instagram reels right now are nothing but Gen Alpha brain rot.
No.
It is insane.
Why?
And I hate it so much.
What kind of things are there on your Explore?
We're talking it's mostly things like Skibbity and Riz, Gyat, Ohio, all that sort of crap. And it's insane. I'll be like, oh, what's this cool reel? And then they just start talking. I'm like, oh my God, no. And the thing is, I'll sit there and I'll watch the whole, it's like a 90-second reel, and I'll watch the whole thing and I'll be like, and I'll move on. And I think because I stayed for the whole thing, the algorithm's like, you want more of this.
Oh,
and it's like 2 a.m. and I'm just scrolling through, flicking to the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
There was a time when I just had weird Shrek memes, and I was like, yeah. I liked one, and then my whole Explore page was just reels in Explore pages of memes of Shrek. I'm like, stop, go back to my old shit.
Sometimes it doesn't even have to be that you liked it or watched it.
You just opened it.
No, one time I was at work and we were talking and someone brought up, what's that galvanized square steel?
Oh,
crab?
is that when it's I bought a 1 meter by 1 meter, and my wife had 17 children, and so you've got to get the galvanized
square steel and the loose screws that you borrow from your great aunt and stuff like that, and you make an entire apartment in a small box. All we did was talk about it, and phones listen to us these days.
Oh, absolutely.
So of course I opened my thing and 10 reels in a row were just that, with that fucking music.
And it's environmentally sustainable wood.
Oh my God.
It's always got to be the galvanized steel. The moment that you said that, I knew exactly
now that we've
meant.
Spoken about it, it's going to pop up in my reels again.
I swear to God, if it
guarantee
does,
it.
I will let you know if it pops up on mine, because I haven't had that yet.
Oh no, Esther.
I've had it on my Facebook.
Okay.
But not on Instagram. So galvanized steel. Me talking to my galvanized steel and screws that I got from my aunt's house. Done.
Talking near phones. Me when I'm around a boss that doesn't know what they're doing. How to train coworkers for dummies. Just around their phone. How to be a proper manager. Hopefully the targeted ads fix that.
Oh fuck. Oh, so shall we get into the fucking dating apps?
All right. So do you want to start with one that you have or one that I have?
I think the one you have.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm clicking on it now. Okay. Are we naming these people just first name?
Just first name. We've only got their first name. So.
Okay. So first one I have is someone named Ken. Good old Ken. Kenny. So immediately he is leaning on, in this first picture, he's leaning with his arm out on either a couch or a bed and his elbows folded in, and he's resting his cheek on his hand.
Very
and behind
seductive.
him He has curtains that look like something a 90-year-old grandma would have in their house. So presumably at
his
grandmother's place or something.
Grandmother's place, his great aunt's place.
Yes. No smile.
Never.
Because he can't show emotion.
It's because he's looking for a serious relationship.
Yes, immediately underneath, I am looking for a serious relationship, which for someone who wants to call it a serious relationship, he seems very laid back and chill with his face on his hand.
Very goofy.
Very contradicting. We're going to be a bit judgy here, by the way. So just bear in mind.
Look, everyone's listening for the bitch session. Let's be real.
Okay. Serious relationship, but very relaxed. So how serious can it be?
Because he's trusting, he's a trusting dude.
I just saw the second photo. So, let's just dive into the caption underneath it first. Mm-hmm. The hallmark of a good relationship is love and trust.
Of course.
And then the picture that is accompanying that one is, first of all, it looks like he's in a showroom. Like when you go to an apartment that's for sale and they decorate it to make, like like they rent furniture specifically for like open houses.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's just generic artwork on the wall, white flowers in a vase, and just like a, I don't know what color that is, but leather
like a
couch.
Taupe?
I guess, yeah. And he's in a white shirt with a tie, a stripy tie.
Stripy tie.
And black pants. And he's sitting on the couch, not using the backrest. So he's sat up, leaned forward a bit. So it's a bit more serious this time.
Ooh.
A bit more serious.
Looking like a banker.
And then his hands are resting on his knees.
It's like a school photo.
I was about to say front row of the school photo. But then his face... It's like someone just gave him some bad news. It's like he's a kid at school photo who was just told some bad news.
Oh my God. Sam.
Yes.
Is all of his photos from the same time? Because he's wearing the same thing in all three photos.
Except for the first one where it's like a t-shirt. But yes, the next couple photos is the same tie.
The same expression where he's not smiling.
No smiles.
Because he's looking for a serious relationship.
The third photo, again, showroom house, but this time at a small rounded side desk that you would find in a hotel room, and those like sort of shutter blinds at a thin window. Hands on knees again, school photo. Someone needs to grow up. And again, the expression, it's like he's just down.
Oh.
And then the third photo is graduating from a university or
he's an educated man.
Okay, yes.
What an educated king. I
wonder what course he did, and I wonder if that's what gave him the resting sad face.
Resting sad face.
Because nothing about this, all we know is, relationship is built on love and trust, and he wants a serious relationship. And then all the pictures are, I'm a bit sad. No smile, no emotion. Now, I feel like I am being a bit judgy here, and I do need to say my experience with dating apps is very minimal. I don't really use them.
That's all right.
But this is insane.
Okay, I
can't get over. It's like someone told him, if you smile, like there must be someone behind the camera threatening.
Like his mates have done it for him?
Like if you smile one by one, they're gonna die.
Oh God, I love it.
You know what vibe that gives off?
What?
He's being forced to have this profile. Someone has made this profile for him and told him, get in the picture. We need to set you up with someone.
His aunt is like, you better fucking get in the picture. You need a wife.
That is exactly what it gives up. And he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands or my face.
Just take the photo. Resting sad face. I've gone and sent you this next profile just so you can destroy it with me. This guy's name is Elliot.
Okay.
Elliot, he's a man. He's straight. So first things first, his best travel story is touring around Europe. What a sick cunt.
With a guitar emoji.
What a sicko.
And let me just say, that's not a travel story. That's just a trip you had. What's your best story overseas? Oh, I went to Europe.
He's like one of
Care
those
to
guys.
elaborate? Now's your chance.
And he's looking for COVID jab free. Oh, is he an anti-vaxxer?
Yes, and underneath, awake something.
Awake intuitive nerd.
Is he saying awake like woke, but like
I
in the
think
sense of
woke.
like he thinks jab free is woke, like wake up sheeple sort of thing?
Wake
Is that what he's saying?
Wake up, sheeple. And then he's gone and put in.
It's nice to. Actually, I won't say that.
Say it. I'll cut it out. Fucking
Community.
love
Don't
hearts.
spread it. Unless, of course, you're in a situation where you have a severe allergy to that jab and can't get it.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is
Different. That's different.
That's completely different. This is someone who's like, I could take it, but no.
That's yes. We are prefacing the fact that is completely different. And then he's also got guitar, meditating man,
Swirly,
blue swirly.
I'm assuming. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
But to me, maybe it means like hazy mind, dizzy mind, maybe high, like so just relaxed and just in a different
like
mental state.
Different
Maybe.
mental state,
And then this next one, I'm confused.
369.
It's just the emoji where it's like the grey box with the numbers in them. 369.
I'm just thinking about the Little
means.
John song.
Damn, you're fine.
Shuck it to me, give me one more time. Look, good thing is that he's not political, but cute dog.
Not political. Let's go back a second to COVID jab free. Excuse me. I don't want to be political, but
But you're
don't
gonna
get that
be
jab.
fucking COVID jab free woke. Cute dog. He's got a Doberman.
Yes, adorable dog.
It's a Doberman with his ears not docs or not cut. Mm-hmm. Is it docking? Is that what it is?
I don't know what the term is.
I know that it's like you dox the tail, which I hate. Mm-hmm. I hate when like you've got to like modify your dog,
Yeah.
and like they put those things in their ears so they stand up. Didn't the Dobermans how they put their ears up?
When we had a dog, ears did whatever. You know what I mean?
With Sunny, it's like ears do whatever, tail does a wag.
Yeah, but like we had it. So we had a Kelpie, and the Kelpie have a little bit of dingo in them. So the ears, like they would stand up and they'd be kind of tall, but also they'd also just flop down and whatever.
Oh, baby boy. He's
They were
such
very
a baby
soft too.
boy. Oh, they were like a velvet.
Yeah.
Oh, such a cute man. And then in the last picture, here we go. He geeks out on wisdom, enlightenment, universal
I want to know
law,
what this last one is.
guitar, sound, and vibration.
He put vibration, but so everything is separated by commas in this list. But with vibration, not separated by commas, is an alien head and an emoji of Saturn.
Do you reckon he believes in aliens and that's what he's wanting? Wake up, sheeple.
I'm curious as to what vibration has to do with space. Considering, immediately to me, that's space, no sound.
Yes.
Vibration, sound. What is
But then
happening?
his whole thing is about sound and music and guitar.
Yes.
So
Maybe it's the emptiness of sound. Like a hollow sound.
and then in his bio, in his where his name is, there's also another alien. So I just want to know.
Is there? Yes, there is.
I just want to know what's going on.
Also, the photo, that last photo.
Who
I feel
took-
like that's just a typical...
Oh, it really is, but his whole profile just gives me
Actually,
I'm good
did
with
he
dogs.
at any point in his interests mention surfing.
No.
And yet that last picture is him on the surfboard.
Interesting. I wonder, do you know what I reckon? Do you reckon he was the kind of guy that made like a fake COVID vaccine thing to get into like pubs and stuff when we had to go and show our
like a
vaccination?
fake certificate that says you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's giving me that vibe.
Probably.
So that's Elliot. Thanks, Elliot. And thank you to the listener for for the contribution.
Yes.
Appreciate it heaps. That was a good laugh. What can I say?
Okay. Are we moving on to this next one that I have?
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone say hello to Alistair.
Hi, Alistair. Hi. He's new here, apparently.
Best way to describe this person is he better be funny.
Shut up. he better be a goofball.
Yes. So he's in his suit, blue shirt, tie. He's got glasses on. Mm-hmm. Hair sort of messily combed over to the side and a beard. And it looks like a screenshot. So it's not a photo of him, it's a screenshot. Mm-hmm. Like he's presenting, I'm assuming something to do with the stock markets. Mm-hmm. Because there's like a graphic on screen, like a lower third graphic.
And it looks like markets.
It looks like it says markets begin week slowly or something like that. And then there's this like a green screen background behind him of like a cityscape with a website on it. Mm-hmm. So he must do some sort of presenting, whether it's on-air stuff or whether it's like for some company doing their videos online or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't see what the top topic is, but underneath it just says exercise.
Oh, it says I unwind by.
I unwind by exercise.
Teach me something about
you. He just wrote you, or is that?
No, I just think he wrote that. Teach me something about you, because he's all about you, baby.
Oh, I see. I thought this was the app prompting him, tell us something about you, and he just wrote you.
You.
I was like, I don't understand. Went to like anyone who goes to will tell you they went to
Oh, yeah, definitely. That ugly building will produce the most,
Yes. He's still figuring out.
And still figuring out your dating goals. I don't know whether you should be up on the apps if you're still trying to figure it out. But what are you trying to figure out? That's what I'm really trying to get at.
You're either here or you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, at least Ken knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted a serious relationship.
Exactly. Very direct and to the point.
Thank you, Ken.
Yes. The photo, it's him with, a couple friends or maybe his
I'd probably
parents.
say a couple friends.
The other guy in it has a white beard, and then there's the other lady also
Mickey
looks a
Mouse
bit older.
ears.
Yeah, the Minnie Mouse ears, yeah. It's some sort of costume party, I guess, because they've got wigs on and stuff like that for this photo. It's like a photo booth. Which... That's fine, I guess. You're just showing,
trying to show that you're social.
Also, it's come after photos where you show just yourself, so you're not hiding who you are in this photo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, I go out with friends, whatever. That's fine. That's not the worst picture I've ever seen.
But that last picture, this last picture is him at the gym, absolutely KO'd on the floor.
He is lying on the floor like he's just flopped off a piece or fallen off an equipment, and he's like he's defeated. Which honestly, let's go back to the first slide. I unwind by exercise.
He's unwinded.
He's there.
He's unwind.
Honestly, props to him. He set something up at the start and followed through with it.
Fucking oath.
So I feel like this is a bit more together. What I order for the table, garlic bread.
Honestly?
Who doesn't?
I love that for him.
Love it, but also not very unique.
Oh, are you calling him generic?
I feel like no matter where you go, if there's garlic bread on the menu and you're not at a super fancy place, someone's going to order it for the table.
We didn't order garlic bread last night.
Yeah, but last night felt a bit more fancier.
Yeah,
it was
true.
the kind of place that makes their own pasta.
We went to this place in Western Sydney.
It was really good.
It was actually so good. I'm pretty sure they made their own pasta. Because they said because our friend and I, Anna, went and got pappardelle and it was thick. It was almost like lasagna sheet thick.
It was really nice.
It was so good. That crab was so good.
Oh my God.
So good.
I don't normally have a seafood pasta, mostly because I'm not a fan of like when I have a seafood pasta, people put mussels in it. I eat mussels, but I feel like there's a difference between having fresh mussels that you've boiled with like a red wine tomato reduction sauce, and then there's I pulled these mussels out of a can.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And I feel like when a lot of places make marinara, they use the canned mussels.
Yeah, and then they just pop them in.
Yeah, and I can't with that stuff. I can't. It's a completely different flavor profile. I feel like I'm tasting some of that brine that they've been sitting in the sauce. They're like a different chewy texture. It's just not my thing.
I don't
tend to see
it.
and like when people put squid in pasta, sometimes it's like this is just a chewy thing that tastes like.
Oh yeah, it's really chewy.
Like, okay. When growing up, Dad would go fishing. We'd go fishing with him. We'd bring fish back and he would clean them, gut them and everything in the sink. And then the sink would stink for at least 24 hours with that fishy, gutty ocean smell.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people put squid in things, the taste of it, because they haven't done much to it, reminds me of that sink smell after someone's been cleaning fish. And I also can't with that.
Yeah.
So I tend to stay away from seafood pasta. However, I do like crab. And this pasta had crab in it. And I went, well, that's a bit different. Let's try it. And it was amazing.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah, big ups to Adrienne for booking that restaurant for us.
I want to, because I don't really cook crab.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try now just to make that, just to recreate that pasta.
Yeah, it was really good. Maybe if you come over, I can go and make fresh pasta.
Ooh.
And then we can go and have a collab night.
When you say collab, do you mean collab like?
Yeah, like you make the crab.
Okay, we're collabing. Okay.
Yeah. It sounded like a kebab night, but no.
Okay.
Like you make like the sauce and I make the pasta.
Okay.
Kind of deal. Oh my God. I need to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
So, just recently, I got a new microphone for the pod.
Yes.
And I got it because I was like, oh, how much is it? Because how much is it to buy it new and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But then I figured out that the mic stand was like $40. $45.
Keep in mind, this is the microphone that I am using right now.
And so it sounds great. Great. So it's all good shit. So and I was like, all right, let's just go and see what's on Facebook Marketplace. I found something on Facebook Marketplace and it came with everything. And I was like, sick one. This looks great price. Let's do it. When I went, the guy was so fucking dodgy. I swear to God, I was going to be on one of those true crime podcasts. So,
and then knowing me, I would have skipped it because it was true crime.
You're like, I'm too triggered. So I rocked up and it was in, I don't know what you would call it. I'm in Campsie, so like Inner West.
Okay, yeah.
Inner West, yeah. So I was there and the guy flagged me down because he was in the middle of the road.
Middle of, like,
the middle of the street. The middle of the street. So I was driving down the residential street.
Yep.
And he was in the middle of the street.
Residential street, kind of like where we are right now.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a
Oh, no, not a main road.
I was like,
No.
oh, wow.
He was there, flagged me down. And I go, all right, maybe because it was a bit of a difficult kind of apartment building to go into. I go, okay. And then he goes, hi, you Esther? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. And then when you're doing things on Facebook Marketplace and you just kind of think, because this is so compact that you would already have it downstairs, have it on a fence and be like, here's the money, here's the microphone.
Yeah, just a quick swap and go.
Ciao, see you
None
later.
of this, come in for tea.
Right? And so he goes, oh, it's just upstairs. And I'm like, okay, I'll just be here. And he goes, oh, no, you're going to come upstairs. And I was like, no, like.
I'm not doing the heavy lifting of a microphone.
And then he goes, oh, don't be weird. Come upstairs.
What?
And I was like, that's fucking weird to say. But I was like, all right, whatever. I'll go upstairs. So I went upstairs. He opens the door. Sam, it was so bad inside.
Oh, what are we talking, like looks or smell or what?
Looks and smell. It's like, one, he smoked inside the house.
Okay. Oh, so like the yellowed walls.
Yellowed walls. There was like a weird green lime paint on the wall as well, like on the doors. Then he had the bed in the living room. Bed wasn't made as well.
So this was a studio apartment?
No, it was like a 1-bedroom place.
Oh, it had, but bed was in
It had a bed, but he put a bed in there. And I was like, oh, this is fucking weird. And so I put my keys in between my fingers.
Yep.
To be like, I don't know what the fuck this
just
guy.
in case.
Just in case. I was like, I don't know.
Sucks you got to do that, but.
It really fucking sucks that I had to do that. And I was like, oh, fuck. Because in the back of my mind, I had Laura go, don't you fucking go upstairs.
Yeah.
To this guy. And I'll go, oh, shit.
Let me tell you, that's an important voice.
That is a very important voice. And so then.
And you didn't listen to it.
Well, it was just like, I just wanted the microphone and I just wanted to go. And I was like, okay.
I would have been like, look, I don't know you. I'm not going to follow you up into your home. If you can go get it for me, that would be great.
I should have said that. I really should have said that. So I go and then he had it already packaged up in the box.
So it was ready for him to carry down?
Yes. And then he goes, and then he pulls out a chair and he goes, do you want to try it? And I was like, but it's already packaged up in the box, mate.
I get the whole try it before you take it, especially with equipment.
I get it, but don't package it.
Yeah.
Put it in like the plastic and this and put it in the box. And I go, no, it's fine. I trust you. Here's the money. And he goes, do you want me to help you carry it down? It's a bit heavy. And
it's a microphone.
It's a microphone and a mic stand. And I go, no, I'm all good. And then he goes, all right, cool, no worries. And so then I start going downstairs and he starts following me downstairs. And I was like, what is this guy doing? And then I just like, my heart started beating and I was like, am I going to die? Is he going to like come at the back of me? Oh. And so I just start speed walking.
Yeah.
I start speed walking. I'm like, I can't do this shit. Oh no. I go into the car and then I lock it behind. Right. As soon as my ass got into that seat, I went and locked that shit so hard and I just drove. And I was like, I don't even care if this microphone works or not. I don't even care.
Oh, no.
But when I tell you that this microphone that you're using now, like the grates, like the mesh.
Did you have to clean it?
I had to clean it.
Yeah, wow. I was about to, so on the stand, there's like he's had tape or a sticker.
There was a sticker that I took off.
A sticky residue that like I've been moving my hand around.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Only because I keep holding it and I'm like, oh, it's sticky.
Yeah, that was the only thing. But like when I tell you that I thought that genuinely I was going to die, I was going to die.
Oh, no.
Shall we do one or two more of these dating profiles?
Yeah, let's do it. So
the next one is a dude. Okay, so hello, this is Luke. Luke's random fact that he loves is that octopuses.
Hang on, let's describe him first.
Okay, so Luke is tatted the fuck up.
He is.
He's got a tattoo on his face, and I don't know what
Right
it is,
above
but it's
his right eye.
I don't know what it is, but Luke, you know, go you. He seems, he's got his arms folded. He's really chuffed about himself.
He's doing the thing where, so first of all, he's wearing a tank top.
He is.
Because he guns out.
Fucking the gun show is out.
And then he's doing that thing where, you know, you fold your arms because you can push them in a way to make the muscles look bulgier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he is doing that, eh? Where you, like, put it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So a random fact that he loves is that octopuses change color when they sleep because they have vivid dreams. But he, too, is figuring out his dating goals.
A setting where it's like, here's a drop-down menu of where your thing is at.
Maybe.
And they're all just selecting that one.
Maybe. That might be a thing where he's just figuring out his dating goals. And that a typical Sunday is that he works most Sundays, which fucking sucks. And he has the cutest little Staffy. Oh, what a cute little, it's a little caramel Staffy girl.
Very
so
nice.
Cute. Very cute. I want to know what that fucking dog's name is. That's what I want to know. Oh, how cute. But he's monogamous. Great. Love monogamy.
Which means you have to get in the way of the dog.
It's me or the dog.
Yeah.
There can't be two females in this household.
No.
Oh, man. These have been absolutely fantastic. These poor guys. I remember talking to our friend, and he was talking about dating, and he was just saying, you know, if there's nothing that he can like have small talk with because he's really good at small talk, then he just won't go for it.
Talking is, so when you go on a date with someone and you're trying to do you're trying to learn about them because especially early on, that's what dating is for, is to learn about them, to know whether you want to pursue anything further with them. And it's very hard to naturally work that stuff into conversation, the tell me more about you, without being, because I feel like either it can be too like, no one is saying anything and then they don't know what to say and it gets awkward, or it can get too clinical too fast where it's like, okay, tell me exactly this thing about you, tell me that about you. Yeah. And then it's just, okay, it feels like you're both going down a checklist of things. And then like, I also feel like when people do I brought this little deck of cards with starter conversations, it still feels a bit clinical that way.
Yeah.
It's very hard to like even saying someone, so what do you do? Or what do you like? Or what do you think about this? It still feels very like pushing into it and it doesn't feel natural. And so I kind of get like it's like you got to have small talk.
You gotta have small talk,
where it's coming from.
Yeah. I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? I know that a lot of people might disagree with me, but I actually really like dating apps for the pure fact that you can just sift through people, and if like they're not a good chat or whatever it is, nah, cool, you're not for me, or people generally just don't reply. And I'm like, that's fine. I've gone about my day. I didn't have to go and do a whole date. I didn't have to do that whole awkward thing, spend money, go out.
So going off of what I was just saying before.
Yes.
Dating apps do this thing where like before you meet each other, you're messaging each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like messaging each other to find out a bit about each other is more the place for being clinical about it or being like direct and to the point about it. You know?
Definitely.
Because having a conversation like that where you say, what do you think about this? What do you like about this? You know, tell me this about you. Tell me that about you. It like just in general, having a conversation face to face versus having a conversation over text, it's a whole different vibe.
Oh, yeah.
And
some people are way better over text.
Doing those sorts of conversations and finding out those quick facts about people over text it feels like that's more the place to do it at this point. And then when you go to meet in person, you already have this sort of rapport with each other.
Yeah, you've got a base. You've got a foundation.
And then based on what you know from what you've messaged with each other, you can then make small talk.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, when you talked about this, blah, 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 I thought, this is my opinion on that sort of thing. And then suddenly you find you're not just asking them about themselves, you're also talking about yourself in relation to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's having like a rapport with messaging beforehand definitely changes the game to what it would have been 12 years ago or even earlier when people were like
meeting in bars.
Yeah, and that sort of thing.
Mutuals and stuff.
Yeah.
Because our friend recently, he got with his boyfriend and they met in real life.
They did.
And I was like, wow, you met in real life.
I was there when they met.
Did you? Were you there?
Yes. No,
I went somewhere else.
We were both going to the same
place.
Birthday celebration.
Yeah.
And so you went to the pre-drinks before and then had to go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I was coming from work, so I met at the first bar that they went to.
Yeah.
So we missed each other there, but then at the end of the night, after we had moved to another bar, got kicked out of it after 5 minutes because we were singing too loud to the music that everyone was dancing to. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Do you remember what the song was?
Yes, I do remember what the song was. It was, I think it's called Hey Baby. It's like, hey, hey, baby. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one came on. So naturally everyone has to fucking sing that one.
Of course.
And then security comes by, oh, you guys might be too drunk, you're too loud, you got to go. And like we had only just bought our drinks and sat down at in the outside. So like it's like the door where the music and everyone's dancing, then a door that's open because people are going in and out of it all the time. It's a nice big double door to the outside area where there's tables. And so
what a fumble of the bag that security guy did.
I know. So we left. We went to another place, and then by the time you got back to meet us, they had just shut the doors and stopped letting people in.
They did, and I was like, I think it was only like 12:20.
Yeah, it was, especially
really
for a place
early.
that's like, it was city adjacent, notorious for having a more thriving nightlife in the last decade because the city had their lockout laws. Lockout laws. I was going to say lockdown laws, something else. So like closing your doors at midnight is kind of insane.
Yeah, and I was like, and apparently if you went out because someone else got trapped by this, they went out to go and have a phone call or have a cigarette.
Yeah, and
then they were wanting to go back in. They go, no, you can't let you back in. And I was like, they were like, I was just in there.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, but you've left now. You've left the doors. That was crazy.
It's so, like, I get if it's like 3 a.m. and you're trying to slowly filter people out of the place. But midnight, come on.
It's just midnight. I reckon that's also kind of like, to me, like wasted money. I could have spent an easy $50.
Yeah.
On drinks.
Exactly. But going back to how we got here.
Yes.
Our friend meeting their current partner in person, that first bar that I went to, we were all... It was like a video game arcade bar. And so we're all hanging out. We got our drinks and we're playing one of the old arcade machines or whatever. Some of them maybe, I think one of the tables we were at had like a Super Smash Brothers sort of situation going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was fun. But our friend is a very extroverted personality.
I was like, how do I describe him?
So it was very like saw him there and was like, come hang with us, and started talking to him. And so like pretty much
charm.
was like it's not just extrovert, it's very like approachable.
Yeah.
Like approachable extrovert.
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah, you're right, because there's intimidating extrovert.
Yeah, and then there's
approachable.
Yeah.
There's
so
like
it was
inviting.
like hey, come hang out with us, tell us about you. And so that was very and the confidence that he has to have to do that too is insane.
Absolute balls.
But then it was just like so then they were both hanging out with us all night and then inviting him to come with us to the one pub, then to the next one and so on. So...
Oh, that's right. I met him and I was like, who's this?
Yeah, and I was saying, I don't know. I was like, maybe it's one of what's his face's friends, the person whose birthday it was.
Yeah. I
was like, but at the same time, I almost said our friend's name.
It's all right. I would have cut it out.
Okay. But at the same time, I was like, but he's the one who's like hanging out with him the most. Maybe it's someone he knows.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I feel like when I overheard conversation, it was, you know, they were getting to know each other. But it's very, like, it's nice to see that the in-person stuff also still works.
Yeah.
But I also think it takes a certain type of person to make that work.
Yeah, especially
for instance, that friend.
Especially if you're introverted, that must be so hard for you.
Oh my
to
God,
kind of do that, like if you're introverted and if you're just like you're
introverted 20 years ago would have been a thing of I'm introverted, but this is the only way it's going to happen. So I have to put myself into that situation.
Yeah.
Introverted now is I don't have to put myself into a situation. I have a phone. And it's so much easier, like when you have the alternative, it's so much easier to then push yourself further away from.
Yeah, especially if you're just like not into it and you're like, I'm not going to talk to this person. No. Or like if they're creepy, you can immediately just block.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
Phones give us so many outs.
Yeah, and it's so
in life. So many outs in life, not just with like dating, just with anything in general. Like just the fact that it's like, it's not even like talking on the phone. It's just messaging on phone gives you outs. It lets you stop a conversation mid-conversation and just come back to it another time. It lets you ignore something you don't want to deal with.
Like when you're just like not ready yet. Like I have like...
And then you go, I hope this other person forgets.
Yeah, like I've got read receipts on. And so like I do that purposefully to be like, I haven't read it yet. I'll read it when I can.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, I'm actively in this conversation. I'll let you know that I've like read it and I'm here.
Yeah.
Or if I've read it and haven't replied, I just forgot.
I've definitely had some messages from work.
Mm-hmm.
Like things like, this person is called in sick, can you come in? And I'll see it on the lock screen of my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's going to stay there. And then in a couple days, I might like message with I'm sorry. Or if I see them at work, I'll be like, oh, I didn't see your message.
No, I didn't see it at all. What are you talking about?
And then I can show them that the notification is still there because I haven't seen it. I haven't opened it. We have to pick who gets the hollow.
Oh, my God.
I have the one in mind that I think should get it.
Okay.
I think it should be Elliot, the alien vibration guy.
Okay.
Who's COVID jab free because that's a fucking pièce de résistance. Is that the right term?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Like,
that's like
a chef's kiss.
Yeah, that's like a... that's crazy. Like some of the others were like, it's like deadpan, like benefit of the doubt, probably didn't want to have this profile up. Someone did it for him. The guy with the glasses, like who started with saying, I like to exercise and finished with, here's a picture of me at the gym. Mm-hmm. Solid, brought it back around. I don't really have any complaints about that one. And then old mate with the crossed arms, it's very typical. Yeah. And I feel like when you
a dime a dozen.
Like you see so many like Reddit stories of like, here's this sort of profile I came across and crap like that. I feel like I've seen it a billion times just seeing like people's like check out this profile. Yeah. Where it's like, yeah.
There are some people where you just go, wow, you're still single? But then you go, wow, yeah, that's why you're single. So
some of them it's like, wow, you're still trying. But my vote goes to Elliot.
My vote also goes to Elliot. I think Good Vibrations guitar,
yes.
blue swirly thing fucking go for it. 369.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, I don't know what it means, but sure. Why not?
Sure.
The other thing I was going to say is let's do like a little, here's some tips for building a decent profile.
Oh my God, okay.
Now, I think first picture, picture of you.
Yep.
No other stuff in it.
No group photos.
Group photo goes at the end of however many pictures you're putting up. But first photo of you. Mm-hmm. Second photo, you and one of your hobbies.
Okay, yep.
Or maybe the next couple photos is you with your hobbies. And then maybe add a photo if you want to of you with your pet, because sometimes people want to know, like, people don't like pets. They want to know if they got a pet.
Have you
people
got a
love
dog?
pets and they don't want to be with someone who doesn't like pets.
Yes.
So I feel like, yes, there's the whole thing about people put their pets on those pictures because they think it'll get them extra points. But also it's good to know for someone who either doesn't want someone who doesn't like pets or someone who doesn't like pets to know. So I feel like that's a useful thing as well in that sense. And then after you've done some hobbies, pets, then you do a couple group photos.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. I think that's a very sensible structure.
I think that that's a really sensible, yeah, I think so as well. I think another thing is like if you've got kids, don't put your kids up there. You can say that you've got a kid. You can say you've got a kid.
In one of the, like, you know, tell us about yourself sections.
You're like, I'm a good dad.
Yeah.
But don't put your kid up there, man. No. Like, don't put like your niece up there and then like when I was
like they put it's like it's not their kid, but then it's like the I'm good with kids sort of thing.
Yeah, and I was like, no, good sir, that you look like shit. But okay, that's fine. I do think that, you know, don't do like a grandma picture. Don't do.
When you say grandma picture, you mean
like
a photo of you with your.
I'm a family man.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Don't be like, I'm a family man. Don't do that, because I feel like that you're gonna, or like a mummy's boy picture. Don't do that.
I feel like that you can talk about that stuff when you meet up,
when you
or
do
in
the
messaging.
small talk. Yeah. You know, yeah.
As a quick glimpse, this isn't about. It's more about you.
Yeah, it's like you're an actor.
Yes.
And you need a. You got
to remember, you're selling yourself in a way here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or pitching yourself.
Like you're the real estate of you. You are real estate.
Having a picture of you at your job. Thoughts on that?
Nah.
Nah,
I think that to me is like a little bit. To me, it's a little bit narcissistic, and like depends on what you do. Maybe that's the right answer. It depends on what you do. Because if you're just doing an office job, don't post it up. But if you do something that you're really passionate about and you're doing it, yeah, I reckon.
Okay, so I feel like the line there becomes a clear line when it's your job is also your hobby versus your job is just your job.
Your job, yeah.
Like for me, if I saw a profile where a girl was like holding a nice proper camera filming something, I'd be like, okay, so she's a film person. This is great because I'm in a similar field. Like, and if that's like her job as well as her passion, then I'd be like, okay, this is pretty cool, and I can talk to her about that stuff because I know a bit about it.
Yeah,
you know, and I have experience with that sort of stuff as well.
And it's also like, for an example, like my cousin is a commercial diver.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he went and put in like a picture of him scuba diving, I would be like, all right, that's something that is his hobby and that he's going to be around the water a lot.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But if your job is something like I'm an accountant. I'm in accounts at a bank or something, and it's just you at a cubicle.
You look like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also kind of like, don't. Or I think if you're in construction, don't do that.
Thoughts on real estate agents in one of their pictures putting them with their real estate thing behind them?
No. Oh my God, the amount of like. Okay, so I'm a big believer of not making your profile picture, your LinkedIn your LinkedIn profile and like your Hinge profile look the same.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know that you were like a presenter of something. I don't need to know that.
Oh God. It's like if I'm not gonna get this date, I'm at least gonna get some business.
The amount of like bus stops that I've seen and like the back of it's like the bus stops or like on the sides of buses, and they're like, I'm Abraham Smith. Choose me as your real estate agent. No, thank you. I think that real estate agents look like little dickheads when they do that. If that was me, like Sam, if you were a real estate agent and I saw that, I would tease the fuck out of you. I would tease you so bad.
Oh God. Oh. All right. Also, I think when it comes to filling out those like talking prompts or just things about you, I feel like there's a balance between being too vague.
Yeah.
Like the example we saw earlier with old mate Elliot. What's your favorite traveling story? I went to Europe.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You got to do more than that.
He loves going to Europe.
Also, I feel like too much can be too much. That's a really dumb sentence for me to say. Too much can be too much. Too much. But like, I feel like there's got to be enough where it's not vague, but there's got to be not enough where you've left it. There's like a hook to it where it's like, okay, let me ask you about that.
Yeah.
Where like, hey, that sounds interesting. It's almost like, you know, like when the way I understand it is when there's like a movie and it has the one sentence blurb. It's like, is that going to hook me? You know, am I going to watch this movie? Is that thing going to be like, that's interesting. Let me look more into that.
I want to know how many Tinder bios, let's say, have gone into like ChatGPT. Make this sound better.
Don't use ChatGPT. Don't use AI text for anything like that to fill out these profiles, because it can only crash and burn when you yourself present differently to how the AI text made you look. At least be genuine about it.
I was at work and I was attending this seminar on AI technology. And in the AI technology, they were saying that, you know, I was so busy, this and that. And so him and his friends, they were all techie people, and they made an AI avatar on a dating profile, and they used the technology to do the small talk for him with all these different girls, and then linked it to the guy's calendar and was like, are you free next Thursday for dinner? And inputted the credit card details to make a dinner booking.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the conversation, gave him a summary of what she said and then what he said. And then went on the date.
But then what's happening is you yourself are then keeping up something that you never did.
Yeah.
And then suddenly this going on a date with this person suddenly feels like you're constantly doing homework just to see them and get along with them. It's very ingenuine, and it's too much to keep up with. At some point, you're going to look at that and say, I'm actually tired of this. And that's why a relationship like that will not work out, because you got tired of having to do more work than you should be doing.
When it could have just been 3 or 4
like
messages.
It sounds like an easy out. Like, I don't have to do the work now, but then you have to do the work later. You just push it. You're not making yourself have no work. You're just pushing it to the side to do it later, in a way procrastinating. And then suddenly it piles up and you make yourself sick of it.
Can you imagine
you just be
your
genuine
girlfriend?
from the start, and then it's just you're coasting the whole way.
Question to you.
Yes.
If you found out that your girlfriend did that, would you break up with her?
I think it would depend on, like, one, how different she was to how the AI made her seem. And 2, like, okay, part of me is like, wow, that actually feels like a bit of a betrayal. Like, I've been really genuine to you this whole time, giving you everything, and you've given me really nothing. You know, like, I've been dating a robot, essentially.
Yeah.
But then part of me is like depending on how I felt, I'm part of me is also like, well, I'm willing to give you a chance to start opening up, see where this goes. You know, it's very weird. It's like I'd give it a chance, but I'd be giving it I'd be coming in from the perspective of like, now I'm very. Whereas before I was just accepting
you're
things.
gonna be very
now
guarded.
I'm very like, I'm nitpicking at everything.
Yeah.
I'm analyzing everything, and suddenly you've got me in a headspace that I wasn't in before, and that's very open to crashing and burning.
Yeah.
It's very open to me then overanalyzing everything because I'm like comparing it to what the AI was, and then being like, well, now it's not as interesting as what I thought you were, or you're something. You know, like, it's like, you know, you go looking for trouble, you'll find it. If I go looking for mistakes, or not mistakes, but if I go looking for something that I don't like, my brain is going to, even if it's something that I don't care about, my brain is going to convince me via train of thought that it is something I don't like.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's gone. So it's like, it's a very weird, like, trying to think about what I would do in that situation. It's a very weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
Because I know I'd be like, it also depends how long it's been. If it's been like a month, I don't know. If it's been like a week, then I'm like, okay, well, let's actually get to know you then. You know, maybe you were just nervous about it all, and you didn't know who I was. You didn't want to tell me shit, and then find out I'm some bastard who's gonna go, I don't know, use that against you or something.
Yeah.
I get that. But if it's been like a while, then I feel like there's a timing to it as well.
Yeah. Oy boy, well, hopefully it doesn't like go into that. It doesn't lead into going into AI. You like AI generated content.
I'm a very big advocate for just being genuine. Being yourself. Like, not like, I get like hiding some things like that are just like, this can be very confronting to people, but not when it's like you're hiding something that you're going to have to keep hiding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just like, now's your chance to figure out if this is going to work or not. If you fudge the results in a sense, then it's never going to work, because everything you've built is off of those fudged results. And the second like something slips up, foundations kind of get ripped out from under you and you go crashing down. Yeah. Just be yourself, be genuine. You know, if you're in a situation where you don't feel like it's working, either tell them and be like, let's figure out if we can work harder to make this work, or just let's not continue this further. You know, don't string people along, because then you're also kind of creating this facade that will also come down crashing and burning. Yeah. You know, don't use people for your own gain. Like I need to be in this relationship for a certain reason versus, you know, I'm actually looking for a relationship. I feel like just be very straightforward about things and genuine. Don't use AI to create anything, because you're only giving yourself more work later down the track, and when that catches up with you,
I feel like the only thing that I would love to use AI for is like AI generated photos. Then when you can be like, what is it? You're like, I'm on here, I've done this, and it's like the craziest morphed videos.
Yes, I will say it's very different and very funny when it's obviously AI and you're having a laugh. Yeah. And the other person knows this and they're also having a laugh. Yeah. That's completely different. Yeah. But when you're trying to pass yourself off as something you're not, it's completely fucked.
Oh, so fun. All right,
Well, we were about to wrap up and then we kept going. We should.
Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, well, Sam, thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thank you for having me again.
Loved having you on this week. It's been a blast.
This is a very comfortable
Setup.
episode.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel very comfortable. I could be here for a long time. But yeah, we'll see everyone in the next episode. And